Good morning everyone and welcome to Trent Bridge in Nottingham for the fifth and final day of this fifth test match between Australia and New Zealand. And what a test match it's shaping up to be. New Zealand in their second innings are 181 for 4, currently with a lead of 142 runs. Anything is possible today. Don't forget, the series is currently levelled at 1 win all. The first team to win 2 test matches will make it through to the semi-final and the other team will be knocked out. So there is certainly everything to play for today. The players are out in the middle. We join the action as Dennis Lillee bowls the first ball of the day to Ross Taylor. And a quick single to start off the proceedings for today. Well, that's a nice shot from Brendan McCullum. He's off the mark. New Zealand will be hoping for a McCullum special today. Well, that's sweetly timed by McCullum. A beautiful cover drive for 4. Now he backs away and works it down to third man. That's his third boundary today. Oh, and that's a beautiful outswinger from Lillee. Well, that's a lovely shot from Ross Taylor, lifting Glenn McGrath over mid-wicket for 4. Beautifully bowled from Lillee, a big shout, but the umpire says no. Yes, I imagine Ross Taylor was well forward and so was probably hit outside the line of off stump. Well, that's out. Comprehensively bowled by Lillee. Brendan McCullum couldn't get going today. He is now out. Bowled Lillee for 17. And New Zealand's at 214 for 5 with a lead of 175. How much of a lead will New Zealand want? That's a beautiful shot from Ross Taylor up on his toes and punched through the offside for 4. Nice and full from Mitchell Johnson, but Taylor's up to the task, drives him through the covers for 4. Oh, bowled him. A beautiful ball by Mitchell Johnson. A nice full delivery right on the stumps. Cairns has been castled. He is out bowled Johnson for 2 and New Zealand are 226 for 6. First ball now for Richard Hadlee. Well, that's in the air. McGrath's running around for mid-off, but he can't get there and that will be 4. Off the edge, down towards third man and the lead is now past 200. That's out. Beautifully bowled by McGrath. A little bit of movement away. Richard Hadlee looking to turn that onto the odd side, getting an outside edge. Gilchrist taking the catch. Hadlee is out. Caught Gilchrist, bowled McGrath for 9. And New Zealand are 243 for 7. Oh no, Ricky Ponting's put it down. Oh, that could be crucial for Australia. Daniel Vettori can be stubborn. He scored 49 in the first innings, don't forget. Look at that, a difficult catch, but Ponting dropped it. A nice sweep from Vettori. That's going away to the boundary. That's 250 up for New Zealand. Well, that's a beautiful shot out of the rough, and that's going to beat the fielder. That will be 4 more. Oh, a lovely straight drive from Ross Taylor. That's gone to the boundary, and that will be his 50. This time a little shorter from Johnson, but Taylor's still got it down the ground for another 4. Oh, a little edge, bobbing up on the offside. Cries of catch from Warren, but no one there to catch it. Oh, the Australians are bowling tight to Ross Taylor, but he's just pummeling them down the ground for 4. The lead now 236. Oh, that's a nice ball from Warren. We'll pass the man at point, and that's going to run away for 4 more. Well, that's a nice straight drive from Vettori. Lillee won't be able to cut that off, and that's 4 more. That's another nice shot, this time on the other side of Lillee. That's 4 more. That's the 250 lead now for New Zealand. Cries of catch from Warren. Lillee's there. He's taken the catch. No problem at all. Yes, Warren deserved that wicket. Daniel Vettori is out. Caught Lillee, bowled Warren for 20, and New Zealand are 289 for 8. Steve Waugh to start a new over now. Well, Ross Taylor is gone, and that's a magnificent catch by Gilchrist. Taylor going for the drive, getting the outside edge. Gilchrist flung himself to his right, and Taylor is now out. Caught Gilchrist, bowled Waugh for 70, and New Zealand are 289 for 9. These two caused a bit of havoc in the first innings. The Australians will be keen to get them out. Oh, and Shane Bond's out first ball. Nicely bowled by Steve Waugh, nice and straight on the stumps, and Bond is out. Bowled Waugh for a duck, and New Zealand are all out for 289. And there is confirmation, 289 all out for New Zealand. Let's have a look at the scorecard. 70 for Ross Taylor today, 69 for Mark Richardson yesterday. Some nice partnerships all the way down. The Australian bowlers bowled really well as well. 3 wickets for McGrath, 3 for Mitchell Johnson, 2 quick wickets at the end there for Steve Waugh, and 1 each for Dennis Lillee and Shane Warne. So where does that leave us? Well, Australia need 251 runs to win from 61 overs. That's a run rate of 4.11 runs an over. And when you consider how quickly they batted in the first innings, you wouldn't put it beyond their reach. However, Matthew Hayden is out of this match. He will not be batting in this innings, so Australia will need to keep this in mind. Don't forget, if either of the teams win today, they make it through to the semi-final, and the other team will be knocked out of the tournament. David Warner and Ricky Ponting are out in the middle to face the 1 over before lunch. Let's see how they get on. Oh, a little inside edge, and that's out. Yes, that's the early wicket New Zealand were looking for. Glenn Turner is positioned beautifully there at bat pad, and David Warner is out. Caught Turner, bowled Hadlee for 1, and Australia are 2 for 1. And that will be lunch on day 5. Well, that was a horrible little start for Australia, just facing the 1 over and losing the wicket of David Warner. Caught Turner, bowled Hadlee. They still need 248 runs to win in 60 overs. Well, Ponting is very strong in his legs, and that will be the first boundary for Australia. Well, that's gone! That's out! Ross Taylor's taken the catch at first slip. What a wicket for New Zealand. Ricky Ponting is out. Caught Taylor, bowled Hadlee for 9. And Australia are in some early trouble at 12 for 2. Oh, a full toss from Trent Boult, and Steve Smith has got that one away through mid-wicket, all the way for 4. Oh, that's a beautiful cover drive from Steve Waugh, in the air, but always in the gap. Well, that's a lovely shot through mid-on, raced away to the boundary. Well, that's a lovely clip through mid-wicket. Steve Waugh is wrestling back the initiative for Australia. And that's a nice comeback from Trent Boult. Hadlee bowling beautifully. Oh, and another plain miss from Steve Waugh. Shane Bond to come on now for New Zealand. That one's a bit short, and Steve Smith has pulled that one away. That's gone all the way for 4. Well, Steve Waugh has hammered that one away. They're looking very positive, the Australians. Perhaps they're going for them. Well, that's nicely guarded away. There's no one down there. That will be 4 more. Well, big shot from Hadlee and the New Zealanders, but that ball perhaps hitting Steve Waugh outside the line of off-stump. Well, that's another lovely ball by Hadlee, but a nice reply from Steve Waugh. He's pumped him down the ground for 4. Bowled him! A beautiful in-swinger from Shane Bond, and Steve Waugh's stumps are all over the place. Waugh is out, bowl Bond for 39, and Australia are 65 for 3. Oh, a beautiful outswinger from Bond. There's an appeal. What does the umpire say? No, no bat. Oh, the New Zealanders just starting to get some movement out there. That's nicely played by Steve Smith. Shuffled across and got that one down to fine leg for 4 more. Well, that's neatly played by Border. Tucked off his pads, and that's gone for 4. Top edge from Steve Smith. Chris Kent is down there. Can he get back? No, that's gone all the way for 6. Oh, he scores a lot of runs on the leg side, Steve Smith. That's another beautiful shot. Oh, Richard Hadlee still looking dangerous, past the outside edge. Border cuts in the air, but just over point, and that will be another 4. Shane Bond is really steaming in. Oh, that's a beautiful shot by Steve Smith. That raced away to the boundary. Bowled him! Oh, that's the 4th wicket down for Australia. Shane Bond's really got that in-swinger working, and he's bowled Steve Smith as well for 39. And Australia are 105 for 4. New Zealand are on top here. Don't forget Matthew Hayden will not be batting. And Border's got that one away. That's a nice shot. That will be 4. Short, pulled away. Oh, that's a little misfield down there at fine leg, and that will be 4 more. Vettori comes on now from the pavilion end. That's a nice little sweep shot from Gilchrist. That's going to go all the way for 4. Oh, and there it is. A beautiful arm ball by Vettori. Well, that's over pitched, and Borders worked that one away wide of mid-on, and that will be 4. Gilchrist has got that into the gap. Is that going to run away for 4? Yes, it is. Well, this time through the onside. There's no one out there. That's going to be 4 more. Oh, he's done it again. He's such a beautiful timer of the ball. That's 3 4s in the over. This is proving to be a dangerous partnership for New Zealand. 45 runs already. Oh, that's cut away, and that's going to be 4 more. Beautiful shot by Alan Border. And that will be tea on day 5. Well, Australia have moved on to 155 for 4. They need 96 runs to win from 30 overs. That's 3.2 runs and over. New Zealand need 5 more wickets to win because Matthew Hayden will not be batting in this match. Let's have a look at the scorecard. Really, it was a disastrous start for Australia, losing 2 early wickets, David Warner and crucially Ricky Ponting, both falling to the bowling of Richard Hadlee. But then Steve Smith and Steve Waugh both played very fluidly for a pair of 39s. Look at that, only 48 and 44 balls. But they were both bowled by beautiful Shane Bond in-swingers. And so Alan Border and Adam Gilchrist find themselves out at the crease, still batting quite fluidly. They're batting at over 5 runs and over Australia. And you'd say that if Alan Border and Adam Gilchrist can stay out there, Australia may well find themselves qualifying for the semi-finals today. New Zealand, they need 5 wickets. It's not impossible for them either. Richard Hadlee is bowling beautifully, 2 for 36. And Shane Bond is bowling very quickly, a little bit expensively, 2 for 45. No wickets yet for Trent Boult, Chris Cairns or Daniel Vettori. Richard Hadlee to begin proceedings from the Radcliffe Road end, and that's a beautiful ball past the outside edge. Australia have been nice and steady. Oh, but that's gone! Beautifully caught by McCullum. Richard Hadlee's got the breakthrough. Alan Border is out. Caught McCullum, bowled Hadlee for 40, and Australia are 166 for 5. Well, Mitchell Johnson at the crease. Australia need 85 runs to win. New Zealand 4 wickets. Daniel Vettori now to Mitchell Johnson. This could be a bit of a gamble. Oh, that's hit Mitchell Johnson on the pad. The New Zealanders appeal. What does the umpire say? Yes! Mitchell Johnson is gone for a duck. Daniel Vettori is the man. A beautiful bowling change by Kane Williamson. Johnson is out. LBW to Vettori for a duck. And Australia are 167 for 6. Well, that's a great shot from Adam Gilchrist. He is the key now for Australia. Richard Hadlee past the outside edge of Gilchrist. Oh, they're turning the screws, New Zealand. Oh, Gilchrist is playing superbly out there. Does he still think Australia can win this match? Smashed away by Gilchrist all the way for 4. And that's his 50. And now this is punched down the ground. This is going to be another boundary. Gilchrist is really turning it on here at Trent Bridge. Oh, he's timed that one pretty well. That's going down towards the boundary. Mid-off is chasing, but he won't get there. That's 4 more. Well, if Gilchrist can keep going like this, Warren just needs to hang in there. Oh, but he's got this one away down the ground. That's going to be 4 for Shane Warne, his first boundary. Australia now need 52 to win from 17 overs. Oh, that wasn't short at all, but Gilchrist has pulled it away. Is that going to be 4 more? Yes, it is! Oh, Warne swung that one away. That's going to be 4 more. Australia are wrestling this match back from New Zealand. Vettori now to start a new over. Well, they'll take Gilchrist on the pad. The New Zealanders appeal, but I don't think that's out. That probably was going down the leg side. Okay, New Zealand have what they want now. Shane Warne is back on strike. Oh, and that's out! That's beautifully bowled by Vettori. Drift and spin taking the edge. Ross Taylor taking the catch. Oh, Warne is out. Caught Taylor, bowled Vettori for 11. New Zealand are back in this. Australia are 209 for 7. Oh, that's hammered by Gilchrist. That's raced away for 4. 35 to win now for Australia. You can cut the tension out there with a knife. Oh, that ball jumping from Vettori, but no bat. Okay, last ball of the over. What will Gilchrist do? Oh, he skipped down the pitch and hammered that over mid-off for 4. It's 29 to win now for Australia. Oh, that's edged, but the field is spread and Lilly will be on strike for the last ball. Ken Dennis Lilly, hold on. Oh, he cuts that one and that's gone down to the boundary for 4. That's now 21 runs to win for Australia. New Zealand need the wicket of Adam Gilchrist and they need it now. Well, that's a nice ball. Did that hit something? They appeal to the umpire, but the umpire says no. Oh, there's pressure on everyone at the moment. Bowlers, batsmen and umpires. Well, that's a gorgeous shot. That's raced away for 4. 4 more for Gilchrist. Can he do it? Last ball of the over. Will Gilchrist try and get a single? He sweeps that one. That's going down towards the boundary. I think that's going to be 4. 13 runs to win. Gilchrist is now back on strike. Oh, and he's bowled! Oh, Shane Bond has done it! He's done it! He's bowled Adam Gilchrist, who is out for a wonderful 86, taking Australia to the precipice, but he's out now. Bowled Bond. Australia with 12 to win are 239 for 8, and McGrath is coming out to the middle. So although Australia have lost 8 wickets, they only have 1 wicket left, as Matthew Hayden will not be batting in this match. Glenn McGrath and Dennis Lilly will have to do it. First ball now for Glenn McGrath. Oh, and he's out! Beautifully caught by McCullum. New Zealand have done it. They've won. They've won the Test match. They've won the series. They are through to the semi-final of the Hero Cricket League Y50 Test Match Championship. McGrath is out. Caught McCullum. Bowled Bond. Australia all out for 239. Unbelievable scenes here at Trent Bridge. Well, New Zealand have done it. They've won this 5th Test match by 11 runs and knocked out Australia, perhaps favourites for this tournament, in the quarter-final series. Let's have a look at the scorecard from this innings. Adam Gilchrist, a wonderful 86. He nearly took Australia over the line. What an innings by the special wicketkeeper batsman. Some nice contributions as well from Steve Smith, Steve Waugh and Alan Border. But New Zealand are the heroes. 3 wickets for Richard Hadlee, 2 for Daniel Vettori and 4 crucial wickets for Shane Bond, including bowling out Steve Smith, Steve Waugh and Adam Gilchrist, and then taking the final wicket of McGrath at the end. So there's confirmation, New Zealand winning this 5th Test match by 11 runs. Man of the match is Daniel Vettori for his 49 in the first innings and for his 7 wickets in the match. Let's see what this does for the tournament. Australia and New Zealand had won 1 match each in this series, but now that New Zealand have won the 5th Test match here at Trent Bridge, they go through to the semi-final to face either England or South Africa. Well, it's been such a wonderful series. Let's have a look at the leading run scorers from both teams across all 5 Test matches. Glenn Turner and Kane Williamson leading the pack. Steve Smith and Steve Waugh the best for Australia. Let's have a look at the leading wicket-takers now. Richard Hadlee with 34 wickets was surely the standout bowler of the series, but Glenn McGrath, Dennis Lillee, Shane Warne and Daniel Vettori also all did well, all taking at least 20 wickets. Richard Hadlee is the man of the series. Let's have a look at his individual stats. 125 runs at an average of 13.89, but he's not in the side for his batting, it's his bowling. 34 wickets in 5 Test matches at an average of 22.26. 3 5 wickets in an innings, 1 10 wickets in a match, that 12 for 176 at Headingley. He really was the standout bowler, not just for New Zealand, but for both sides in this match. And New Zealand could not have won this series without him, that is for sure. Well, commiserations to Australia, who were perhaps favourites to make the final of this tournament with the West Indies, but they have been knocked out by New Zealand in the semi-final. New Zealand will go on to play either England or South Africa. That series between England and South Africa is the next one coming up, so it will be interesting to see if that series is as exciting as this one was. That's it from us. Do join us next week for the first Test match between England and South Africa at Lord's, and bye for now.